going to be fun.
Okay.
I'm just going to wait for a second for people to come on.
People wasn't nobody want to come on.
I guess we'll just make a video with nobody there, I guess. That's okay, because people will come on and they'll leave. They're not going to stay for the whole time. So, but then when we repost it, then someone, they can watch it from the beginning.
Watch it at their own leisure.
All right.
That's the great thing about it.
Yes. So, good evening. Today, we're going to talk about mixed people and whether they're black or not. So Umoja and I are going to have kind of a little bit of a dialogue. Please feel free to come in and ask questions or make comments or whatever if you want to. So did you have anything you wanted to say before I start?
Nah.
Okay.
Not right now. Nope. I want you to go.
So,
I want you to go into it.
So here's what brought this on.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, here's what brought this on though, because this is actually something that's been weighing on my heart for a while. So there's some people that I follow on Instagram, and there's about 2 or 3 of them that I follow that they say these things about mixed people, and I find it really disturbing, being that I'm mixed, but just like calling us names, like you Oshun, saying that we're an abomination, mutts, mulatto. I don't like the word mulatto. I guess that's one of those words there, like people. There's some people that say it's fine, and there's some people that are not crazy about it. I, for one, am not crazy about it. I'm nobody's mule. I'm nobody's half-ass. Nothing like that.
But why was people saying that you was all that though? Like, what was the point? Like, what was the reasoning? Did you talk to somebody or something?
I didn't talk to anybody.
I'm just saying though. So you don't even understand why they
I don't
felt
understand.
Like that?
Well, actually, I do. So
what are their concerns?
So right? So one of the things that I haven't unfollowed these people or anything as much as I want to, because I see some of these posts and it just breaks my heart. But I want to understand why there are people that feel this way, because in looking at their posts and looking at the comments, I can see that there's lots of people that agree with this, and they have all these comments and things to say, and I want to understand what it is and why they're feeling this way. So here's some of the things that I see. That mixed kids will always pick their white side. That mixed kids have been used as a weapon in white supremacy. And that they will always have some sort of loyalty to white people, and therefore we would never fully fight against white people. So my questions were like, how are we a weapon? I don't understand, because I wasn't quite clear on that. I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from with this. What was it that you said about how mixed kids came into play as far as what they're saying? So they're saying that mixed kids are used, basically they've been used to overthrow African empires, that they've been used in other...
Yeah. Oh, right. So when you talk about something like that, it's like, not that it's one of those things where it wasn't technically the kids. It was like, because in like certain African cultures, you can only get in positions of power and leadership through like the lineage of the let's just say throne, right? And in this case, you have to marry into the family.
Right.
So when the men would come, even though they would come as conquerors and terrorists any damn way, to get into customs, because this was one of the customs that was like that they'll hold dear. It was like, no, they would still come and see that our women are beautiful anyway, but they would marry the women into the family, and now they're gonna have kids, obviously. And then why wouldn't the kids follow into the royalty that their fathers, who are white, are Asian now, have already made? And so that's how that happened. But it's not like it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have kids and then we're gonna take you to court for the kids, right, or some shit like that. The kids had zero to do with it.
And then some of the other examples that they gave was was it Haiti? They said that one of the reasons that Haiti is in the debt that it's in right now is because these biracial children um, basically double crossed the black people that were there, killed. Was that where they said they killed the leader? Killed the leader, I think. And I could be getting it mixed up because I know Brazil was something. There was something in Brazil too. So basically, told where the leader was, and then turned around and signed a treaty with the French, which is why Haiti is in the debt that it's in right now. So these could very well be true. It sounds like they might be true, and
I honestly don't know the history of Haiti well enough to speak on if that's true or not. That's some detailed stuff though.
Right. That is something that I have not researched into yet. I would like to research at some point, but that was just the concern that was.
That's just like, man, that dude was light skinned. The dude who went and told on him was light skinned. I don't care what nobody say. Right.
That just seemed hella random. Dude.
That's a random detail, but it could be true as right?
And who knows? I mean, the way that it was described, it made it seem like it was a whole army of mixed people. I don't know. I don't know. I
don't want to laugh because it could be true.
It could very well be true. But here's my point. My point is, how do you blame the how do you blame the mixed kids for that? Because that can be anybody. That how many black people have double crossed their own people? I don't understand. But anyway, I'm trying to stay focused. We have an outline we're supposed to follow, and so we're trying to stay focused. So are we also used to make Africans feel hate themselves? Because a lot of times it's said that like that lighter skin is sets the beauty standard. Of course, white has always set the beauty standard, but it's almost like if you have to choose somebody black, make sure they're really light skinned. And so again, not our fault, not something that we did, but it is used. And so is that a way that it's used as a form of white supremacy? I don't know. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm not going to have an answer for you at the end of this. We're just having a discussion right now. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, I can see both ways. Then this is one that was really, would you be still? This one is, are we diluting the bloodlines, and do we have a responsibility as a mixed child to fix that?
Ooh, that is actually deep. Seriously,
right?
That is a deep.
Like one. As a mixed child, is it my responsibility to make sure that I'm going with a black mate, and bringing the blackness back into my bloodline?
That's such a heavy, for real though. That's like I couldn't even imagine having that weight on me, right? Like, cause I'm just black, right? I'm black. But I actually have mixed kids.
Yes.
But I wish I would endorse anybody having mixed kids, like from here, like, but that's a whole nother thing, and that's not what we're here for. Mm-hmm. But seriously, like, I don't. So when you talk about like diluting our bloodline and stuff, that's just an absolute fact. Like, there's nothing to talk about there. Like, that's biologically true. Because if you have a baby with a white boy, that baby gonna be lighter. And if that baby have a baby with a white boy or white girl, right? So that's just a fact. Like, there's just nothing to talk about.
But that whole thing about like, do we have a responsibility? Do mixed children have a responsibility
that's tough.
To not dilute the bloodline anymore? If we are in fact considered black, then is it our responsibility to make sure that we're sticking with black?
It's no different than if you was me black or black or Nigerian black or Somalian black in that case.
In your eyes. But you have to think, like, these people will sit there and tell, they're like, you're not black, you're mixed, you should never be considered black, and black people need to stop considering you black and stop telling you that you're black.
I like to simplify it in everything that like you could accuse you of. Like, people blacker than everything black do the same stuff. whether
Yeah.
it's tell them people on us, whether
Right.
it's kill us,
Right.
whether it's
Who
snitch on
watches
us,
48
whether,
hours?
right? Like it just don't make no. Seriously though, I could see if it was like a light skinned people thing, like yeah, man, all the snitches is light skinned people. Yeah, all the
Right.
people who like work with the FBI is light skinned people or something like that. But that's just that I don't know. That
Okay.
is really
So
really
going into
strange.
it, so are mixed people black or are mixed people white? And some would say neither. They're just mixed. And then there's the Africans that claim that mixed is not black and that only 2 Africans can make a black baby. So that means, like, if you and I were to have a baby, we can't make a black baby. That makes zero sense to me. Listen. This is the Fallout dude.
Hey, Cap's stupid.
Come on now. This is the Fallout dude.
Hey, Cap is stupid.
He's awesome. Don't talk about my boy right here.
Oh
Bam.
shit! You took me all off there.
Anyway, so going back to, so they also claim that mixed babies are an abomination. They're a tool for white supremacy. That we're privileged because of our skin tone. Now I want to talk about that for a second because there are people that have 2 black parents that are the same color as me. Some even lighter, according to Moja. I don't know. I don't think I've seen people lighter. I think I'm pretty light. But I know for a fact that there are people with 2 black parents that have children the same color as me. So, can you in fact tell me that I am privileged because I have a white parent? Or just because of my skin tone? Because if we're just talking about skin tone, that's something totally different. That's colorism. But if you're saying it's because I have a white parent, it doesn't make sense to me. You told your mom she was white. Stop. So, and then again, talking about us being used as the standard of beauty. So, is that true? Because here is my whole thing. Just because I don't want to hear something or I hate hearing something doesn't mean it's not true. And so that's kind of the light skin dilemma, the biracial
because
dilemma.
You could look at you could look globally, and globally white supremacy reigns. You got Asians who literally cut their eyelids and do some kind of surgery on their eyes so their eyes don't look so slanted, so they look more white, right? So it's you got people in Africa who dye in their skins. You got Africans who Sudanese black who dye in their skins and to the fact where they're like almost right.
In Jamaica
this is white supremacy though, right? So this is not like a light skinned people thing,
right?
Right? Yeah. You got people who dark who's trying to be your color. That's not your fault, Joe. That's white supremacy.
But I think that they claim that it is my fault.
But this is why I'm kind of saying that that's stupid though. If you look, you just like taking something that like you may not like or something. I don't know where that, because if the only people who can be African, then that means that all the Africa that I be talking to shit don't matter, because my mom is your color. She hella Native American and something else. Facts,
well, and
right?
that's the whole thing too.
So that means that's not completely like, 2 Africans.
How far
in
back?
Some way, right?
How far back? Because we all know that a lot of us have white in us somewhere. So how far back does that erase that? But anyway,
7 years.
So let's talk about the 1 drop rule. Okay, because this is something that they talk about a lot. So let's talk about the 1 drop rule. The 1 drop rule just basically says if you have any black in you, any drop of black in you, you are a black child. Okay? That's the 1 drop rule. But let's think about this. As Africans, who are white people to tell them what is considered black? And we all know white people are the people that created the 1 drop rule. So, one of the things that they say is that was created by white people. They can't sit there and tell us what black is and what black isn't. And I'm sorry, I kind of have to agree with them on that one. I do. I kind of like, who are you to tell black people what's black and what's not black? What's considered black and what's not? I mean, that's one of those things that like, I don't really like it.
However, when something do got just a little bit of black in them, it changes everything. So you don't got to talk about one
Is
drop.
this
You don't got to
you
talk
talking about
about it. You don't got to
scientifically?
talk. I'm talking about you can just look at it spiritually. You don't even need science. You can just look. There's like if you look at some of the people, for instance, the girl who just beat Venice in the tennis thing. They try to hail her as this Japanese
Right.
person, and you
Mm-hmm.
can look and you said she's
Haiti.
African.
Yeah.
She's African.
She's Haitian.
Later on in the thing, she said, "Yeah, but my pa is actually Haitian."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is black. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just different. It's just different. So it don't. We could talk about the one drop, and I don't know what we talking about with white folks. So, but when it's some flavor, when it's some African flavor, it is different. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But yeah, what are you talking about?
Okay. Talking about melanin, how it's dominant and not recessive. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so that was the whole thing about the one drop rule, because it was like, I don't really care for that, but okay. So what do you want mixed people to do? Here's what I need to know. What do you want mixed people to do? Do you want us to go off into a colony all by our own, all by our lonesome, all by our own? But let me tell you something.
Mixed people mountain.
That would be horrible.
Mixed
Because, right. But because in thinking about it and thinking about like the mixed people I know, there is a lot of them who would definitely bring white people in, or they would choose white, or their loyalty would be with white because they have like a white parent. I love my white parent.
Oh, no.
I do. But in the honest to God, if it came down to it,
stop it.
I love you, Mom.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
Okay, next. Damn.
But I'm saying that's a valid concern. Stop it. I understand it's my mom. I love her.
People
but
coming to get you.
Okay.
Don't
You don't know what I went through growing up. Stop. Let me tell you. White people love their mixed children because they're their children. White people love their mixed relatives or their black relatives because it's their relative, not because they're black. Simple as that. That is the conclusion that I've come with. For the most part, they love them because they are whatever relative they are. Because as soon as you throw blackness into it, it changes the whole dynamic on how they feel about you. And if you, and for me anyway, if you don't love black people, then you don't love me. So that's that. That's how I feel about that. But let's go back to the mixed people colony that I was just talking about, because you done got me started.
I got you started.
Yes. So anyway,
my water.
But I think that would be horrible. But let's talk about if mixed people only had babies with mixed people. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We would have black babies. So don't tell me that I can't make black babies. I know I can make black babies. Anybody seen my babies, they know they're black. But I'm just saying. We could make white babies. And how would that be? White babies being raised by black parents.
They'd be all right.
And would those white babies be in fact white babies because they had parents that were mixed?
Oh, you gotta bring white
I'm
people.
just saying. I told you that earlier, Catherine. I told you created a monster. Listen. Or we'd have mixed babies. So what are the black people going to do? Are you going to come take the black babies? The ones that are like, they have two black, the DNA, like they got two. I'm just asking because we could have African babies. Don't tell us we can't have African babies. If two of us got together and had babies, we could have African babies. That's how DNA works, folks. Haven't you seen the little square? What's it called? What's the square called?
What square?
Oh my God. Is that what it is? In biology? With DNA?
Yeah, you're talking about the triple helix.
Yes.
Helix.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what
I can't remember.
About.
You guys, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, let's see. What else? Oh! Here we go.
What?
So, these Africans, hi Tamara, these Africans spend a lot of time blaming mixed people for the downfall of so many different things, right? My thing is, who created these mixed people? Are you mad at the right people? Shouldn't you be mad at the other Africans who are fucking around with the white people and not me? Because I didn't do this.
That's a good
I'm
point.
just here. I'm just here. So shouldn't you be maybe directing your anger somewhere else? Not to me, not to other mixed people, but somewhere else. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, that's like obvious, right? Because you didn't make yourself.
I did
It's like
not make myself.
it taking me going and fucking around with Becky now, and yeah, so yeah, it's us. And some of them black women too, because
Yes.
I see a whole lot of y'all walking around with afros
Yes.
talking about black girl magic, walking around with Timothy.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
This is the truth. But anyway, we ain't talking about that either. But seriously though, when you got a problem, you got to go to the person who could fix it. And a light skinned person, they already here. Like they can't help that. You can need to talk to
Right.
their parents. You need to talk to the black parent
Right.
in the equation. But
So here's another thing that I want to talk about. So let's say that we have a black parent and a white parent together and they have this child, right? And according to these Africans, based on what they're saying, my impression is, are you saying you don't want the black parent to teach their child about their blackness because it's invalid?
say that again.
Do these people who say that mixed people are not black not want the black parent to teach their child about their blackness because they are half black because it's invalid anyway, according to
I
them?
see.
Not
I see.
according to me, but
I
according to
see
them,
what you're saying.
it is invalid. They're not black anyway, so they shouldn't be taught any pride in being black.
Somebody who think like that would have to answer for that.
Well, here's the thing. If it's a black parent and a white parent and the child is mixed, neither one of the parents can tell them to be prideful in them being mixed because one parent knows what it's like to be black, the one parent knows what it's like to be white, and neither one of them knows what it's like to be mixed. So what's up with the child? Who's going to teach the child to be prideful of whatever they are being mixed? Because you can't be black, you can't be white.
You saying they need a mixed mentor?
They need a mixed mentor. I'm for hire if anybody needs me.
Damn.
I will. We can discuss my hourly wage in the DMs. No, what do you think about that though?
Which part?
Okay, Emoja.
Which part?
Not teaching the
What
mixed
part?
child about their blackness. What do you feel about that?
I don't, like I said, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Somebody who think like that would have to answer that one. I can't really, because that don't make sense to me
Right.
to even say that. Like I would like to hear somebody answer that if that's what they believe though.
Okay. Well, so, another thing, hey, Anjanette, I wonder if sometimes, this is just me and my crazy thoughts, are you mad because mixed children have a choice? Supposedly, we have a choice. We can choose.
When you first said that low key, like I felt some way about it, and I was like, hold on, like, because I don't know, yeah, like I don't really care, not really, because there ain't no choice. But I could see how that could be somebody's underlying, like kind of like wishing that they would
I
just
really
like
don't.
just like kind of like homophobics are
Right.
always talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Saying gay people or something like
Mhm.
like that, like mean or something. When they come
Mhm.
around, you say ultra mean and stuff. It's like, why are you so mad at light skinned people? Like, it's not their fault that they light skinned type. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should be mad at when you see a brother walking with a white girl or the sister
That's
walking
who
with
you
the white
should be
boy.
mad at.
That's who you
Don't
should be
get mad at me.
'cause
I
they the
didn't
ones
do
about
it.
to
I'm
make
just
you.
here.
That's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
I'm
They
just
the
living.
ones about to make. They the ones about to make you real talk. But then in low key, y'all motherfucker, a lot of y'all motherfuckers talking about this pro black shit, and y'all be applauding that shit. You go, girl. Ooh, look what I got. You brothers too, for real. Talking all that shit, and y'all be applauding that shit. For real. Some of y'all then you be mad at mad.
And then you
mad
then you
at
walk
stuff.
around mad at me because I can supposedly choose. Now here's the thing: I really can't choose. How you gonna tell me I can choose to be white? Really? Okay.
And that's not technically true. I know what they're trying to say, but
Right.
you really can't. Some of y'all can, or some of y'all be light bright in what they call it.
I don't know.
Damn near white. You know what
Okay,
they
I
call.
don't
Y'all
know
don't know what they
what
call
you're
it.
talking
But that's not true for you. You can't.
No.
No, it's
I
not
don't
gonna
think
work.
I can choose.
Not gonna work.
Stop being so mad.
What cat mad at?
Cat mad because I can choose.
No.
You mad because I can choose. I can choose. I can change up real quick, Captain.
Goddamn.
Damn. But yeah, so I almost wonder if there's an underlying I don't even know what the word, just I don't know, hate because supposedly we can choose. But here's my big thing. As a mixed person and as mixed people, what is our responsibility? What responsibility do we have? Because if in fact they are using mixed children as a form of white supremacy, then what's my responsibility in that? What do you think? I feel like we have some sort of a responsibility.
So here it is here, right? Like, because we focusing on light-skinned people, right? Like with this thing, this is the light-skinned.
We're focusing on mixed people because there
I said light-skinned people. I was
right.
Like,
we're focusing on mixed people.
Mixed people,
yes.
biracial, right? But in the big scheme of things, we always talking about bringing it back to blackness and Africa and all that other stuff. So we have to talk about us as a whole, and us as a whole do some just ridiculous shit, right? And some real toxic shit and some real harmful shit to our own people. So how we just gonna like isolate mixed people? Like mixed people is the damnation of Africans, right? Like. But if we really talking about something really serious, when we talk about eugenics and like really the black race like being exterminated, then yes, light-skinned people is problematic. I mean, mixed people is problematic as a motherfucker. If it really comes down to like, no, let's get all this blackness out, right? Problematic as a motherfucker. All you motherfuckers can go. Like if that was the case, but that's not what this seems to be about. So it's like redirecting that and really talking about the other toxic shit that we as black folks do to one another.
But here's the thing though. Because like I said, I think about a lot of the mixed people that I know, and they do choose white, like mixed people, and then they choose to date white people, and then they have children with these white people, and I feel like they're not being responsible with their blackness. Like, we need more black babies. We don't need any more white babies. We need more black babies. And they're not taking the responsibility of teaching these children about their blackness, because in my opinion, if you are dating a white person, you are not setting a good example and pride in the color of your skin. And that's just me.
You are so racist.
I can't be racist because I cannot use the color of my skin to oppress other people. So, that is this is my personal opinion. And that's that. So, but I do like if you're watching this video later on when we post and stuff, honestly, like, what is the responsibility of mixed children? Do they have a responsibility?
I think it's whatever you make your own responsibility, really, because I just keep on thinking,
this is
like,
what Umoja says to me all the
seriously,
time. You are taking on too much responsibility for something you have no control over.
I'm just saying, you can't have control over somebody think about you. What do you look like going around and being like, so am I black enough for you, African person who I think is all? I'm just saying though, right?
But I need to do that. But I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where I felt like I had to prove my blackness.
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck
and
it
that's
was.
another. It's really selfish as fuck for us as black folks to go and really have mixed kids, yo. Because look, for real, if we really think about the psychology of it, because just the psychology of being black, right, is already fucked up in America. We have to have so many different consciousness. We have to have the work consciousness. We have to have our homeboy consciousness, because we can go in this one wrong neighborhood and think that we in the right black consciousness and really get killed. Going around with the wrong color, going around saying homie when it's really supposed to be dog. You feel me? Going around saying what's up, cuzzo? But what do you mean, cuzzo? Right. So and then we got to worry about eating. Then we got to worry about the right. So with all this different stuff,
eating?
I'm talking about in terms of work and yes.
What is eating? What are you talking about?
Stop. You fucking with me. Stop.
No,
Stop. But
I need to know where did
where did
food
you
come
come
into
from?
this whole thing? I don't understand what happened here. How did food just come into this whole conversation?
I need a bowl of cereal.
Oh, God.
Anyway, you really took me all the way off too.
You took yourself
sorry.
off. You
I'm
talked
sorry.
about food. I don't even know what food had to do with any of
Cap
this.
like this.
Yeah.
Who is there?
Yamaya.
What's up?
Hey.
I hope you're feeling all right.
Right. What? I don't understand where food came into this whole conversation. We talking about blackness and mixed people responsibility, and he talking about some food in the wrong neighborhood. You go in the wrong neighborhood and eat the wrong food.
God damn it. For real. For real.
Okay, but what were you saying? You were talking about.
I can't remember.
Okay,
My whole
well,
thought process.
That's gone.
I know I was talking about having so many consciousness, and I started talking, quoting W.E.B. Du Bois and some more shit. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the people.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't know. That was just kind of my thing. Right. That was just kind of my thing, though. It really just for weeks.
No, it was
weighed on my mind.
It was really weighing on you, seriously though, and I was like, you need to really talk about it because it really was. And everything that you talk about though, I just see black people doing it as a whole. So it's like, why are we isolating mixed people in this? Mm-hmm. And then even on the mixed people stuff, it's like, why aren't we attacking people who are in interracial relationships? And like, I don't know. When we talk about simplifying, like, why go so hard on mixed people? Like, for what? Seriously though, what is the point of that? Mm-hmm. And that's also some low key white people shit though, because white people is the people who pick out people and oppress them for some certain reason. That's some white supremacy shit, mm-hmm. Really, if you really think about it. So it's just so many different layers to it. Seriously, but I get where you coming from though with it. I get where they coming from too a little bit, because you motherfuckers trying to take over. It's gonna be a problem. You Rico Suave.
I'm gonna take all your children and we gonna take over all the shit.
For real, y'all motherfuckers is getting a little deep when I think about it.
So I'm gonna need y'all
Chocolate City.
Yeah.
Chocolate City. Anyway.
White people eat Corritos. What? What is it? Oh, eat. What is a Corrito? Oh, is it supposed to say burritos? White people eat burritos. Everybody eats burritos. Everybody does. Not just white people.
We done. Denzo.
Anyway, this has been a great conversation. Love y'all. Love you, comrades. And I'll be checking back and seeing what kind of input people have on this.
Good night.
Good.
What do you say?
Your ethnicity follows the dominant gene. Well, and then I just had somebody say the ethnicity follows their mother, which I'm going to have to disagree with because my mother's white and I'm definitely not white. I don't know. When I go down south,
you remember when my son seen your mom? He was like, "That's her mom." Like, but you know she mixed though, Laura. You know she white. You know she got whiter, but that's her mom. It was crazy. Did you see his face?
No, I just heard you laughing because he was
like,
just
yes.
like.
He's like, but she's white. Yeah.
What is a Corrito?
White.
I need to know. Oh, I get what you're saying. A Corrito, like you can't say burrito because it's with a B. A Corrito, cause
how you gonna come on here gang banging, man? Damn, damn, that is not the dominant gene, Cap.
The gang violence is not the dominant gene, cause it's not the dominant gene.
No, he talking about Corrito, huh?
Okay, we gotta go. Love y'all. We talk to you later.
Yes.
Bye.